Hello and welcome to Last Week in World of Warcraft. I am your host, Duranasaur. This show will cover all World of Warcraft news, including retail, classic, and seasonal servers. This past week has been a busy one with more going on around World of Warcraft than ever before. Perhaps the biggest news from this last week is the announcement that there will be no Blizzcon in 2024. Hold on though, before you cancel that yearly order of deodorant, Blizzard has said that they will have some in-person events for Warcraft's 30th anniversary, so keep an eye out. Dragonflight Season 4 has begun, and this season brings back all of the original Dragonflight dungeons from Mythic Plus, though thankfully they're leaving out the Dawn of the Infinite dungeons, and I don't think anyone's that upset about it. Season 4, or the Awakened season, also brings back all 3 of the Dragonflight raids. Once per week, you'll be able to go into these older raids that have been scaled up to the current season's item level. Even though the raids are scaled up, they are meant to be easier than their original Mythic difficulty, which is probably a good idea because, let's face it, at this point, no one's really looking for a challenge. Gearing this season is the easiest it has ever been, with higher caps on crests each week, so you can get more upgrades for your buck, and a new Bouillon Cube that drops from any raid boss on any difficulty that you can then exchange for gear that can be upgraded to max level mythic quality, regardless of where you got the cube. For many players, Season 4 is actually exactly what they wanted, because with no new content, it means that we can go and enjoy other games for once until the War Within comes out. In Season of Discovery, free server transfers have opened up from PvP to PvE servers. For some reason, players have found the PvP servers on these classic seasonal realms to be quite inhospitable. Who could have ever seen this coming? The free transfers opened up on April 23rd, and there's currently no date for when they're going to close. So if you were thinking about transferring, you should do it now. As in right now. As in do it as soon as you can, forget the women and children, just go. The debate between which is better, retail or classic, is continuing to get spicier and spicier as legendary caster and content creator Day9 has finally tried out World of Warcraft for the first time. Day9 spent the first day trying out Classic and spent the entire stream starting from level 1 and just enjoying the experience, and then the next day he replicated that experience in Retail WoW. After spending a minute praising the new character experience in Classic WoW, his face darkened, his speech shortened, and he spent the next 10 minutes trying to explain through the frustration and confusion of starting a Retail WoW character for the first time. In very much related news, Blizzard has announced and acknowledged that they need to work on and improve the new player experience in Retail WoW. Classic Mists of Pandaria, Remix Mists of Pandaria, is going to launch on May 16th, and according to the War Within Alpha calendar, it may run as long as until August 19th. Many retail players have loved and praised the idea of this event, though I'm pretty sure it's just nostalgia, and they have rose-tinted goggles. This event will allow players to create new characters that they can then level and gear up and get fully ready for War Within exclusively through Mists of Pandaria content. Season of Discovery continues to implement more and more balance changes, and senior producer Agrind even opened up on Twitter asking for broad community feedback. A decision that many are questioning, considering that most of the Classic WoW community appears to be toxic poop-throwing children who would rather spread filth and negativity than provide any sort of meaningful comment. Needless to say, it did not go well. While many of the feces hurlers have been focused on Season of Discovery, Classic Cataclysm is set to launch on May 20th, and pre-patch activities are actually going to begin this week on April 30th. If you're looking for a leveling guide, or a pre-questing guide, or a gold making guide, or a guide for all of your guides, you can check out the link in the description below. The Cata Prepatch will introduce 2 new races in Goblins and Worgens, and will introduce a ton of new class and race combinations. Blizzard has been hard at work on expansions, and the War Within is their shining star. The alpha for War Within has been live for over a week now, and with new zones and dungeons and other content, there is a ton for players to delve into. Delves are going to be another new thing. Tons of data mined content is already available to be viewed on Wowhead, including new armor sets for every single class, which finally answers the question, does Blizzard have a favorite class? The answer is absolutely they do. The War Within will also finally address the biggest issue that we have all had with WoW for decades. Spiders. Big, creepy, gross, 8-legged spiders. In the War Within, players will be able to toggle an option that changes every single spider model in the game into a crab. When we asked the specific developer about this change, they said, "It's just the way it should be." Tons of changes and additions are going to be coming with the new expansion, including hero talents, a new in-game experience in Delves, a new allied race, and of course, 4 zones, 8 dungeons, and a raid in a pear tree. Before I get to the final piece of news, I just wanted to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, and if you want to catch the next one of these next week, hit subscribe. Lastly, with all of the boost to player power, the Season of Discovery team is taking a step to implement changes that would adjust the amount of damage done in player versus player encounters. Players seem to be pretty split on this depending on which end of the one-shot they typically find themselves. Again, thank you for watching, and as always, happy hunting.